Tonight, on this very special episode of Shocking Out Toy Reviews, what are we looking at?
I don't know what I called it.
Okay.
We're looking at this crazy guy's creative Inebriations 3D printed Roadblock tribute 50 cal
Accessory set. Looks fantastic.
If anyone had the original G1 Roadblock who looked like that, or remembers the iconic G.I. Joe issue number, I think it's 56, that might look like this, Roadblock, as a real American hero, had this gun. And neither of the three G.I. Joe classified Roadblocks
Come with that gun?
come with a gun like that. And so when they showed that they're making a classic G.I. Joe classified Roadblock, I'm like, oh man, but he didn't come with that gun. And I got him, but I can't find him. But I found this guy who is the second Roadblock.
Yeah.
So he's roughly the same size, shape, whatever. So I loved that gun as a kid because it had it all stored on its back, had the tripod, and if I remember correctly, like even the ammo section popped off.
Oh, nice.
Mine doesn't do that, but mine does peg into his back.
Clearly, yeah.
And pegs together, and you can
But
take it.
by yours, you mean you designed this?
I designed it on Tinkercad, and then I printed it on, using Shapeways 3D printing service.
And these files are available for purchase?
These files will be available for purchase, yes.
Okay.
On my Shapeways store, there'll be a link in the description. Along with other stupid stuff that I have designed. So, I of course no longer have the original Roadblock.
The G1.
The G1, because I'm 99% sure he died a death of BB guns and possibly drowning.
I've been there.
So we wouldn't get caught shooting the BB gun. We went down, there's a bridge, and we went down by the bridge and we set all the Joes up by the edge of the water of the little stream that runs under the bridge, and we murdered them.
That's rough.
So that we wouldn't get caught shooting.
There's no evidence.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure he was part of that purge. So anyway, this is the backpack. It's hollow. And it's hollow because this is the cheapest, less material, cheaper.
Yeah.
And it will also peg onto, like if you have Storm Shadow, it also can peg onto Storm Shadow's back. So you can use it for anybody, but it is specifically based
designed
off of Roadblock.
Yeah.
And like you can put it in the tripod, and it still spins.
Nice.
It's looser than I want it, than it should be. And I will point out, because it's 3D printed, they're not always exactly the same, even if you print it the same.
Sure.
So, take note of that. But like here's some of the details. It's hollow through there. If you have a blast effect, you can fit a blast effect on there.
This is designed after the G1, the original?
This is designed, like I took a picture of the G1 off of yojo.com and just basically made a larger upscaled version.
Nice.
Which is why it has this lame ass like trigger and such. But yeah, all the details that you can see here are on that gun, and all the details except for like that hole are on the original backpack, and this is exactly what, or as close as I can make it for the tripod. And he can totally hold it.
Nice.
I believe on the cover of that issue of G.I. Joe, he's holding it like this.
Sweet.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, I 3D printed it.
Step 2, paint.
You can paint it. The cheapest available is white, printed in white. This is the green that they print in. So I just printed this green just to see what it would look like. The white version that I have of this actually is tighter, has a tighter fit.
Okay, but the files weren't changed.
The files were not changed, so and they should just be exactly the same files because you just change it. You just choose a different color. Like you can get it in other colors than green. So I'm not
sure.
I'm putting that down to the differences in 3D printing.
Mm-hmm. This is a smooth.
It is a slightly grainy feel. If you look at it next to other weapons, you will, and like inspect it, you will notice that there's a slightly grain from the 3D printing process.
But it's not the sort of layering that
no, there
home 3D printers have.
No, the stepping is missing. And I will point out, it comes together, and you have to cut 2 sprues here and 2 sprues there, but
I see.
The 4 of them or the 3 pieces are all together, so it's just one piece. And that is, again, to make it as cheap as possible.
Sure.
So yeah, I do this stuff, and you know, if people want me to make stuff, I have made tons of swords and Star Wars guns and stuff, and yeah, I don't know what else to say about it.
Well, we think you do fantastic work, and I think this is our first video showing it off.
Yes.
So hopefully some of you enjoy this and check it out. There is a lot of stuff on that store. It's all impressive. Super impressive.
And if you ask me even remotely nicely, I try and make things.
I'm going to ask for something later tonight.
But yeah, I have a ton of 1/12 scale swords and Transformers guns and a few Star Wars guns that people have asked me to make. And I've even made them in G.I. Joe, like original G.I. Joe, like
3 3/4.
Yes. And I have like a Hellboy or a Thor's hammer, Stormbreaker, Mike Mignola Hellboy hammer, all kinds of junk. This is totally not to get you to buy stuff, but it's totally to get you to buy stuff. Hashtag give me money.
Wilson and I want more attention on your store because we are super impressed that you taught yourself how to do this.
Oh yeah, why? So when I got back into Transformers, when the Combiner Wars came out, I started getting heavily into Transformers again, and then I noticed going through the forums and stuff that a ton of guys didn't come with the right G1 gun. Or like the Combiner Wars guys were squat, so a bunch of people were 3D printing knees to make them combine better and be taller and more proportionate. And just through there I discovered Tinkercad, which is the most basic 3D building software. Like
sure.
It is just squares and circles and stuff. And because I'm afraid to go into a bigger, better one, and I don't have the computer power to go in a bigger, better one, I do that. And through that and through the forums, everyone's like, oh, I use Shapeways as opposed to a 3D printer at home. And the reason I like Shapeways, it costs more for sure, tons more. You could probably print this at home for like maybe 50 cents, $1.
Oh, geez.
Or something. I don't know. I don't have a printer, but you have to do all the sprues and all the pieces that hold it together so it prints right, and figure all that out at home. Shapeways does that all for me. I just have to design the thing past their specifications to allow it to be printed, and then they do that, and then they clean it all up. Like this had tons of sprues all over it so it could print. They cleaned all that up, and I didn't have to do that. I don't know how to do that. Done. I'm lazy. Anyway, 3D printed stuff. This is for your Roadblock, any Joe.
And there's more on the store.
There's more on the store. There's more coming to the store. Thanks for watching, I guess. I don't know, this is weird.
If you do have any suggestions or requests, drop a comment below.
Drop a comment below. Hit us on Twitter, Facebooks. One guy was like, hey, can you make me Kyle Katarn's gun from Star Wars? And I was like, okay. And I made him one. And then he's like, dude, I need like 10 of these. So I spent a couple hours and I made a sprue that had 10 of those guns.
Whoa.
So he could just buy 10 for cheaper than he could buy 10 individual guns.
That's cool.
And I didn't charge him anything, so I don't, like, I'm stupid. I'll say that up front. I don't charge.
Maybe after this.
Maybe after this. And I will warn you, Shapeways shipping is ridiculous. Like all shipping is. It's
Slow or expensive?
expensive.
Oh, okay.
You can pay more to get it done and prioritize to get your thing printed faster, but I always choose the cheapest one.
Sure.
Anyway, so I made this. It's a tribute to G1 Roadblock.
Looks awesome.
50 cal. And if you want, tweaks or something, I will waste a couple hours on Shapeways or Tinkercad just to fix it. You want a bigger muzzle, I'll put a bigger muzzle on. I don't care. I'm a pushover. I should sell my services, but I don't, because I don't know. This is a weird video for me.
All right. Well, that's it.
Yeah. Also, get the other Roadblock.